Hey guys, this is Pej from Cars, and in today's episode we're going to talk about Mazda RX-7, a Japanese icon and the car that never went out of style. So the Mazda RX-7 was born in the late 70s, but it wasn't until its third iteration was released for the 1903 model year that most enthusiasts really began to care about it. Sold in the US for just 3 years, the final generation RX-7 makes for one of the rarest Japanese supercars ever sold in America. If for no other reason than a few years, just wasn't a whole lot of time to rack up impressive sales figures. The FT chassis made its rounds throughout the rest of the world for much longer though, resulting in nearly 70,000 of them being sold worldwide. As a result, the third-time model achieved all sort of motorsports success, which can mostly be attributed to its exceptional handling characteristics and proper balance. It's also proof that the twin-turbocharged rotary engine that you think is a temperamental turd of a time bomb, because the internet said so, just might actually be something very special. Here, Mazda became the only Japanese make to have ever won the 24 Hours of Le Mans and went on to show face with IMSA, the 24 Hours of Daytona, and the British Touring Car Championship. So let's talk about some of the achievements and fun facts about Mazda RX-7. First, we have to say that it was the first car to win both the 24 Hours of Daytona and the 12 Hours of Sebring in the same year, which was 1982. And secondly, the concept of RX-7 was to create a sports car that focused on handling and balance rather than horsepower. This was achieved by using a lightweight design and the front-engine rear-wheel drive layout. Third, we have to say that the RX-7 was one of the most successful Japanese cars in racing history. It won numerous races including 24 Hours of Le Mans and was a top contender in many other events. Next, we have to mention that the third generation RX-7, also known as FD, was named one of the 10 best cars in the world by Car and Driver magazine in 1993, 94, and 95 respectively. Next, we have to mention that the RX-7 was also a technological marvel in its time. It was one of the first cars to feature a sequential twin turbocharger, which helped to provide smooth power delivery and reduce turbo lag. Despite its success, the RX-7 was discontinued in 2002 due to a combination of falling sales and tightening emissions regulations. However, it remains a beloved sports car among enthusiasts and continues to influence the automotive industry to this day. And last but not least, let's talk about the technical highlights of this particular car. For years, Mazda's 1.3-liter sequentially turbocharged rotary engines gotten a bad rep, mostly because of overzealous and ham-fisted loons and their hardware store boost controllers and their failures to grasp air-to-fuel ratios. As it turns out, though, the world's first mass-produced sequentially turbocharged engine is a special one, and it's something that shouldn't go unappreciated. First, its pair of sequentially timed turbos was impressive as it was complex. The results were 261 horsepower that came on at 1,800 RPM and didn't quit until its 8,000 RPM redline. Significant power increase meant ditching the twin setup, but for most, complementing the two Hitachi turbos with more boost and more fuel often yielded more than any rational person would know what to do with on the street. It's the RX-7 suspension and chassis that epitomizes its finesse though. The low center of gravity, front midship engine, and drivetrain layout, and balanced weight distribution make the third generation model as communicative and as well handling as many of today's sports cars. All of this was a priority for Mazda's engineers, who set out to ensure the RX-7 remained as rigid and as light as possible. The latter of which was accomplished by means of cast aluminum suspension arms that reduce unsprung weight considerably. So this is it, guys. Mazda RX-7, concise and precise as always. If you enjoyed our episode, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to all. Stay tuned.